A gunman on a college campus in Seattle. One person killed, 2 wounded, and the hero student tackling the shooter as he was reloading.
Marked on the calendar, June 5, 2014, became a day of reckoning for gunman Aaron Ibarra. Ibarra's reign of terror was swiftly brought to an end when John Mice bravely confronted and subdued him, even though the assailant was armed with both a firearm and a knife. Posing a significant threat, in a stunning turn of events, the perpetrator quickly realized that he had severely underestimated his opponent, John Mice. This serves as a stark reminder to individuals intent on committing acts of violence in schools. They may encounter unexpected resistance from courageous individuals willing to fight back.
One of the students who helped end the Colorado school shooting is calling the attackers cowards and praising a friend who died confronting one of them.
Students like Brendan Biley already had the shooters pinned to the ground.
On May 7, 2019, a day that would forever be etched in the annals of American history, 2 individuals, intent on unleashing carnage, targeted the unsuspecting students and faculty of STEM school, Highlands Ranch, nestled in the suburban landscape of Colorado. Their objective was chillingly clear: to perpetrate a massacre, leaving behind a trail of devastation and heartbreak. However, in a gross miscalculation, these perpetrators failed to anticipate the extraordinary courage that would rise to meet their malevolence. They didn't expect anyone to challenge their deadly plan. Their meticulously crafted scheme, designed to sow terror and reap innocent lives, would soon be thwarted by the heroic actions of a few brave individuals. Devin Erickson and Alec McKinney, the masterminds behind this heinous plot, arrived at the school heavily armed and prepared to unleash unprecedented violence. Their arsenal spoke volumes about their intentions for mass destruction. Erickson, one of the perpetrators, was armed with a Glock 99mm semi-automatic pistol, a weapon favored by law enforcement and known for its lethal efficiency. This particular firearm, capable of holding up to 15 rounds in its magazine, provided Erickson with significant firepower. The Glock's compact size made it easily concealable, allowing Erickson to move undetected until the moment he chose to unleash his deadly attack. Despite its concealability, the Glock 99mm packed a devastating punch, proving incredibly lethal at close range. Investigators would later surmise that the weapon's ease of concealment and deadly force at close quarters likely factored into Erickson's decision to choose it. McKinney, Erickson's accomplice in this horrific act, carried a Winchester 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, a weapon renowned for its destructive power in close-quarters combat. This formidable firearm, capable of inflicting catastrophic damage, delivered a devastating blow with each pull of the trigger. With every blast from the shotgun, the potential for widespread casualties increased exponentially. Together, Erickson and McKinney had amassed a substantial quantity of ammunition, ensuring they possessed more than sufficient firepower to inflict maximum casualties and carry out their horrific plan. Their intent was undeniable. They sought to unleash chaos and leave behind an unimaginable scene of carnage and despair. Their goal was to wreak havoc upon the school community, inflicting pain and suffering on a massive scale. They aimed to transform a place of learning into a scene of unspeakable horror, forever scarring the lives of those who survived. As the day unfolded, the gravity of the situation became increasingly apparent. No one could have truly foreseen the magnitude of the horror that was about to engulf STEM school Highlands Ranch. The events that transpired would leave an indelible mark on the community, forever altering the lives of countless individuals. Erickson and McKinney, their faces obscured by chilling makeup, moved stealthily through the school hallways, their weapons held at the ready. With chilling determination, they stalked the corridors, their menacing presence casting a pall of fear over the unsuspecting students and staff. The first shots rang out, shattering the tranquility of the morning and plunging the school into chaos. Startled by the sudden eruption of gunfire, students and staff instinctively scrambled for cover, desperately seeking refuge from the hail of bullets. Panic gripped the school as the sound of gunfire reverberated through the halls, sending students and teachers diving for safety. As Erickson and McKinney advanced through the school, their deadly rampage continued unabated. They fired indiscriminately, their bullets finding their mark in the terrified students and staff who crossed their path. With each shot fired, the carnage intensified, leaving a trail of destruction and despair in their wake. Bullets ricocheted off walls, adding to the chaotic atmosphere and increasing the risk of further casualties. What the perpetrators hadn't accounted for was the extraordinary courage that would emerge in the face of their terror. They never expected anyone to stand against them. They were wrong. 3 courageous students, their bravery fueled by a deep sense of justice, stepped forward to confront the gunman and protect their classmates from further harm. They refused to allow terror to reign. These young heroes were determined to safeguard their school and prevent the unfolding tragedy from escalating further. Among them was 18-year-old Kendrick Castillo, who, without a moment's hesitation, sprang into action, putting his own life on the line to protect his fellow students. His decision to confront the shooter head-on was an act of unparalleled bravery. In a valiant attempt to save his classmates from certain death, Castillo charged towards Erickson. Castillo lunged at Erickson, desperately trying to wrest the gun from the shooter's grasp. Tragically, Castillo's heroic act cost him his life. He was fatally wounded by a gunshot to the chest, but his selfless sacrifice was not in vain. Castillo's courageous actions created a critical opportunity to disrupt the attack, preventing further bloodshed. His bravery bought precious time, allowing others to react and potentially saving countless lives. Inspired by Castillo's selfless act, a chain reaction of heroism unfolded. Other students, witnessing Castillo's bravery, found the strength to act. Two more students, Brendan Bialy and Joshua Jones, emboldened by Castillo's sacrifice, joined the fight. Motivated by a shared desire to protect their classmates, they courageously intervened. Bialy, in particular, was a force to be reckoned with. His physical prowess and unwavering determination made him a formidable opponent, possessing exceptional physical fitness and an indomitable spirit. Bialy was not someone to back down from a challenge. According to Bialy himself, he had mentally prepared himself for such a scenario. Always ready to defend those in need, he had aspirations of joining the U.S.
What I thought I'd be able to do in a situation like that was the reality of what I did.
The brave teen helped subdue one of the two suspects in Tuesday's shooting at STEM School Highlands Ranch.
Displaying remarkable strength and unwavering determination, Bialy charged towards Erickson, tackling him to the ground. With a force that belied his youthful appearance, Bialy fearlessly engaged Erickson in a physical struggle, fully aware of the imminent danger he faced. Despite the fact that Erickson still clutched a loaded firearm in his hand, posing a lethal threat, Bialy was not deterred. At Bialy's side, Jones, demonstrating unwavering resolve, immediately joined the fray, assisting Bialy in his struggle to overpower the armed assailant. Together, they fought valiantly to subdue Erickson, preventing him from inflicting further harm. In the ensuing struggle, Erickson discharged his weapon, striking Jones twice amidst the chaos. Despite the melee, one bullet pierced Jones's hip, while another lodged in his leg, inflicting serious injuries. However, even these painful wounds failed to deter these courageous young men. Undeterred by the gunfire, they pressed on with their valiant efforts, refusing to yield. With unwavering determination, they continued to grapple with Erickson until they successfully disarmed and subdued him, preventing further tragedy. Remarkably, Jones remained so intensely focused on the task at hand, on disarming the shooter, that he remained completely unaware that he had been shot, his adrenaline masking the pain.
Jones said that he did not realize he had been shot until the gunman was on the ground.
Fortunately, law enforcement officers arrived promptly at the scene, responding swiftly to the reports of gunfire. Upon their arrival, the officers were astonished to discover that Bialy and Jones, two unarmed students, had already apprehended one of the armed perpetrators, preventing further bloodshed. The tragic incident claimed the life of 18-year-old Kendrick Castillo, a promising young man whose life was cut tragically short. Castillo's untimely death served as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of senseless violence. In addition to the loss of life, 8 other students sustained injuries during the attack, some of which were life-threatening, leaving lasting impacts on their physical and emotional well-being. The survivors of this horrific event would forever bear the physical and emotional scars of that fateful day, a constant reminder of the trauma they endured. Brendan Bialy's courageous actions were widely lauded as heroic, earning him accolades from numerous individuals and organizations, including the United States Marine Corps, who recognized his exceptional bravery and unwavering commitment to protecting his peers. The Marine Corps commended Bialy for his selfless actions, highlighting his extraordinary courage in the face of danger. Despite the widespread recognition he received, Bialy remained humble, insisting that Kendrick Castillo, who made the ultimate sacrifice, should be the one remembered above all others. Bialy emphasized that Castillo's bravery and selflessness should never be forgotten, urging everyone to honor his memory.
Mies, a 22-year-old senior at the time, dashes out in bare feet and pepper sprays him right in the face, wrestling the gun from Ibarra's hand.
On June 5, 2014, a date forever etched in the memory of Seattle Pacific University, one of the most extraordinary displays of courage and selflessness in the face of imminent danger, was captured on surveillance footage, providing a chilling yet inspiring account of the moment Sean Mace, an unassuming student, fearlessly tackled a school shooter. executing a takedown in a manner that can only be described as truly remarkable and heroic. Despite the shooter being armed with both a firearm and a knife, posing a significant threat, the assailant proved to be utterly outmatched by Mace's unwavering courage and decisive action. It began as a seemingly typical Thursday afternoon at Seattle Pacific University. A day like any other. The campus grounds buzzed with activity as students transitioned between classes, creating a vibrant atmosphere characteristic of a bustling academic environment. The campus was alive with energy, filled with the familiar and comforting rhythm of collegiate life. However, for 26-year-old Aaron Ibarra, this day held a far more sinister significance. For Ibarra, June 5, 2014, would be a day of planned violence, a day that would deviate drastically from the norm. Ibarra had a documented history of mental health struggles, and a deeply disturbing fixation on the Columbine High School massacre, a morbid fascination that would ultimately fuel his own violent act. This obsession culminated in a meticulously planned attack, executed with chilling precision, in the days preceding the attack. In the lead-up to June 5, 2014, Ibarra paid a visit to the Seattle Pacific University campus. Carefully casing the location under the guise of a prospective student, he successfully deceived 2 female students, persuading them to provide him with a private tour of Otto Miller Hall, allowing him to meticulously survey the building's layout. During this reconnaissance mission, he identified potential escape routes and assessed areas of vulnerability, meticulously planning his attack. On the day of the planned assault, Ibarra arrived at the campus in his white pickup truck, prepared to unleash violence. He was armed with a Browning over-under shotgun, a weapon capable of inflicting significant damage, a large, fixed-blade hunting knife, designed for close-quarters combat, and a substantial supply of extra ammunition, ensuring he had ample firepower to carry out his plan. At approximately 3 p.m., Ibarra parked his vehicle and approached Paul Lee, a 19-year-old freshman, outside Otto Miller Hall. Without any warning whatsoever, Ibarra ambushed the unsuspecting student. Without a moment's hesitation, Ibarra shot Lee in the back of the head at point-blank range, instantly ending his life. The force of the blast was so powerful that it resulted in Lee's immediate death. Tragically, the shotgun pellets also struck another student, Thomas Fowler, who happened to be standing nearby, inflicting serious injuries. Following this initial act of violence, Ibarra attempted to shoot a female student, but his weapon malfunctioned, giving her a chance to escape unharmed. A misfire in Ibarra's shotgun. Ibarra then proceeded into Otto Miller Hall, continuing his rampage. Inside the building, he encountered student Tristan Cooper Roth. Ibarra chillingly informed Cooper Roth that he had just shot someone outside, claiming the victim had disrespected him, and ordered Cooper Roth not to move, threatening further violence. Mere moments later, Ibarra spotted Sarah Williams descending a staircase and fired upon her, striking her in the upper body with a shotgun blast. The shot hit Williams with devastating force, as Cooper Roth attempted to flee the scene. Seeking safety, Ibarra's shotgun malfunctioned a second time, preventing him from firing. As Ibarra frantically attempted to reload his weapon, John Mace, a student building monitor, saw an opportunity to intervene. Recognizing the critical moment, Mace seized the chance to act. Armed with nothing more than a can of pepper spray, Mace bravely confronted the armed Ibarra. Approaching him directly, with unwavering determination, Mace discharged the pepper spray directly into Ibarra's face, temporarily incapacitating him. Disoriented and vulnerable, Ibarra was swiftly tackled to the ground by Mace, who then wrestled the shotgun away from the assailant. Ibarra desperately attempted to reach for his hunting knife, but Mace reacted quickly, kicking the knife out of Ibarra's reach, preventing him from using it. Mace then held Ibarra down, subduing him until law enforcement arrived to take him into custody. 911 ##. Dispatchers were immediately inundated, with a flood of frantic calls reporting the active shooter situation on campus. Within minutes of the initial reports, officers from the Seattle Police Department converged on the scene, swiftly securing the area and neutralizing the threat. Tragically, Paul Lee was pronounced dead upon arrival at Harborview Medical Center, succumbing to his injuries. Sarah Williams, critically wounded in the attack, was rushed into emergency surgery in a desperate attempt to save her life. Thomas Fowler, also injured in the shooting, received treatment for serious but non-life-threatening injuries, and remained hospitalized overnight for observation. While John Mace has rightfully received recognition and numerous accolades for his extraordinary heroism, he has consistently remained humble about his actions on that fateful day. Downplaying his role in preventing further tragedy, Mace firmly believes that the focus should remain on the victims of the shooting and their families, rather than on his own courageous act. He maintains that
first thing I see is him open his jacket and him pull a big gun out of it. All the kids just start screaming.
On May 17, 2019, a seemingly ordinary day at Parkrose High School in Portland, Oregon, took a dramatic turn when high school student Angel Granados Diaz, harboring a plan with potentially devastating consequences, entered the school building armed with a loaded shotgun, intent on carrying out a mission that could have resulted in unimaginable tragedy. He was determined to see his plan through to its end. What initially appeared destined to culminate in a horrific event, instead transformed into a truly inspirational tale of courage and compassion, thanks to the swift and decisive actions of football coach Keenan Lowe, who intervened in the nick of time. In the heart-pounding moments that followed, the tense situation unfolded within the walls of Parkrose High School, located in the city of Portland, Oregon, where Keenan Lowe served as a respected figure. At the time of the incident, Lowe held the position of football coach at the school, and he was also a former standout athlete, having earned recognition as a star wide receiver for the University of Oregon Ducks football team. Throughout his tenure at Parkrose High, Lowe had consistently served as a source of strength, guidance, and unwavering support for his students, both on and off the field. His presence on campus provided a sense of comfort, reassurance, and a feeling of security to the students and staff alike. However, on this particular day, a day that would test his courage and resolve like never before, fate would intervene, thrusting him into an extraordinarily challenging situation. On this fateful day, Lowe's skills and character would be put to the ultimate test, demanding every ounce of his strength and composure. At approximately noon, 18-year-old Angel Granados Diaz, driven by despair and a mental health crisis, was traversing the school hallways with a loaded shotgun concealed beneath his jacket. Unbeknownst to those around him, Angel was in the throes of a severe mental health episode. His emotional state reaching a critical point, Angel was grappling with a profound emotional crisis. His mental well-being severely compromised. His intentions, while not entirely clear at the time, were undoubtedly ominous and posed a grave danger to himself and others. He entered a classroom, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and desperation, and dramatically opened his trench coat, revealing the concealed shotgun to the horrified occupants. In the blink of an eye, the situation escalated rapidly, transforming from ordinary to terrifying in an instant. The students inside the classroom, their senses overwhelmed by panic and adrenaline, immediately bolted from the room, fleeing in terror through a nearby door. At that very moment, Coach Lowe happened to be standing near the doorway, mere feet away from where Angel was positioned. Without hesitation, and with little regard for his own personal safety, Lowe instinctively lunged towards Angel, seizing the shotgun with both hands in a desperate attempt to disarm him. A fierce struggle ensued between the coach and the student, each gripping the shotgun tightly with both hands, their bodies locked in a desperate battle for control. Coach Lowe's primary focus was to prevent the weapon from discharging, protecting the fleeing students and himself from potential harm. With unwavering resolve, he summoned all his strength and unwavering determination to overpower the distraught student, his adrenaline surging through his veins. After a tense and grueling struggle, Lowe finally managed to wrestle the shotgun away from Angel's grasp. Once Coach Lowe had secured the shotgun, he quickly handed it off to another teacher, ensuring it was safely out of reach. He then proceeded to escort Angel out of the classroom and into the hallway, guiding him away from the scene of the near tragedy. Throughout this entire ordeal, Coach Lowe maintained a remarkably composed demeanor, holding the student in a tight embrace, attempting to soothe his anxieties. In this incredibly tense and emotionally charged moment, something truly extraordinary happened. In a truly remarkable display of empathy, something unexpected and deeply moving occurred. Instead of reacting with anger, fear, or aggression, Lowe chose to respond with compassion and understanding. He embraced the distraught student, holding him tightly in a gesture of comfort and reassurance. This extraordinary act of empathy, captured on the school's security cameras, provided a powerful visual testament to Lowe's remarkable composure and unwavering compassion in the face of extreme stress. The footage showed Lowe consoling the visibly distressed student, who was clearly overwhelmed by emotional turmoil. Few could have anticipated the positive emotional turn this harrowing situation would take. In a surprising revelation, Angel confessed to Coach Lowe, amidst tears and remorse, that he had no intention of harming anyone but himself. His plan was one of self-destruction. He had arrived at school that day with the sole purpose of ending his own life. Driven to despair by his internal struggles, it became evident that the young man had been carrying a heavy burden of emotional pain and was suffering from severe depression, a condition that had tragically led him down this destructive path. Investigators later discovered that the shotgun Angel had brought to school contained only a single round, and that Angel had inscribed May 17, 2019, on the casing. The date of the incident, indicating a premeditated plan, a chilling reminder of the seriousness of his intentions. This inscription served as evidence that the incident had been carefully planned in advance. A suicide note was also found in Angel's jacket pocket, further confirming his desperate emotional state. The note reinforced the sincerity of Angel's remorse and his genuine desire for help. Lowe's actions not only averted a potential mass shooting, saving countless lives, but also served as a powerful demonstration of the transformative impact of understanding, empathy, and human connection. In the midst of this crisis, Lowe's bravery, quick thinking, and extraordinary compassion transformed what could have been a deadly encounter into a moment of profound humanity, a testament to the power of human connection. Granados Diaz, recognizing the severity of his actions and acknowledging his struggles with mental health, subsequently pleaded guilty to the charges brought against him. He accepted responsibility for carrying a loaded firearm onto school grounds, a serious offense with potentially dire consequences. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, a period during which he would be under court supervision. Critically, he was also mandated to receive the necessary mental health treatment and support to aid in his recovery. Lowe's actions garnered widespread praise and admiration, and he was rightfully hailed as a hero for his courageous intervention. He received numerous awards and accolades in recognition of his extraordinary bravery, including the prestigious Congressional Medal of Honor, Citizen Honor Award, a testament to his exceptional character and selfless actions.
And I interrupted his plans the moment I stepped in. If it had been 5 minutes later, he would have stepped out and shot people in the hallway.